Here are the top 7 best support heroes currently in the game. Number 7, that would be Sera. So Sera is a very decent buff support hero, and it grants keen attack to all of your melee type allies, in which this keen attack increases the crit hit rate by 16%. And its a crit hit attack inflicts curse, and that will restrict the enemy from recovering HP. And this Sera, guys, is a very decent to use for low level players, especially for beginners. And Sera can be used in this Hero XP dungeon if you don't have the Hero Racial. So Sera can also be used in some game modes like in this Knight's Token dungeon, and can be also used in this Relic Shard dungeon, and also in the Pet XP dungeon. So at number 6, that would be, so if that Sera is for melee heroes, this Alice is for range heroes, in which it grants a keen attack to all range type allies and increases the crit hit rate by 16%. And what I like about this Alice is that I am still using this Alice in this gold dungeon, in which if you will check here the formation, take a look at that, still I am using Alice. So Alice can be also used in the PvP arena, and still I am using Alice, in which I am using here range type allies, and I have only one melee unit here, and that is Ace, in which Ace is an independent hero, and it does not need a crit rate from other support heroes. Number 5, that would be Clemeth. So Clemeth is a very decent hero support too, in which it reduces the skill cooldowns of melee type allies by 20%. And we have here also the crit hit attack, in which this is an AoE and inflicts a silence. So guys, this Clemeth is very decent together with skill type melee units. And that would be, for example, Ace. So Ace is very decent to use together with Clemeth. Also, we have here Xiao Yun. So if you will use a Clemeth together with Xiao Yun, it will reduce this guarding spirit from 10 seconds to 8 seconds. And if you will use a Clemeth together with Ace, it will reduce this 10-second cooldown to 8 seconds. Plus, we have here also a reduced cooldown for this active skill, in which if you will use it together with Clemeth, these 10 seconds will become only 5 seconds or 4 seconds. So that is why sometimes I use Clemeth together with Ace. So guys, if you don't have the hero Racial, you can use Feng Yan together with Clemeth, in which if you will check here the active skill, the cooldown is 10 seconds, and we have only a 5-second keen attack. This 10 seconds cooldown will become 8 seconds, and there is only a 3-second difference between the cooldown and the length of this buff. Another is that you can tandem also Clemeth with Shane, in which you can reduce this 10 seconds cooldown to 8 seconds, so that this Shane will actively inflicts 650% damage to the target, and especially for defense type targets. And we have here also the skill cooldown by 1 second. So most probably this 10 seconds cooldown on this active skill will be only like 6 or 7 seconds. Number 4, we have here ORLY. So if we will check here the skill of ORLY, that is an aura skill, in which it grants Gale level 5 to all melee type allies. And we have here also the crit hit attack, in which it deals damage equal to 140%, and that is an AoE 2-meter area around the target. So ORLY can be used together with Racial, so that it can inflict more critical hit attack, providing a keen attack buff to all allies for 2 seconds. And this keen attack increases the crit hit rate by 20%. And this is a very devastating, guys. So aside from Racial, we can also tandem ORLY together with Eileen, Spike, and Dalons. So these 4 heroes together with ORLY is a very devastating team, in which we have here Eileen increases the attack, we have here Spike increases the accuracy, we have here Racial increases the crit hit rate, and we have here Delons increases the crit damage. So if you're questioning about Jave, so what about Jave? So the problem with Jave is this skill in which it grants knockback. And it is not decent to use because we are on time constraint in defeating the boss. So number 3, we have here Noho. So Noho is a very important and unique hero or buff hero too, in which it grants here a strike level 4 which increases the crit hit damage by 16%. And the best thing about Noho is that we have here the evasion decrease. So in clearing higher stages, we need lots of accuracy. So in order to defeat the boss with very high evasion, we need to decrease the evasion, and it decreases the evasion rate of the boss by 40%, and that is a very great help. So I am currently at stage 3,300 plus, and still I am using Noho on my formation. Next, still at number 3 slot, we have here Chloe. So Chloe also grants an evasion decrease by 40%. And it also grants a strike level 4 to melee type allies, in which it increases the crit hit damage by 16%. So currently, I am using both buff heroes here, that is a Noho and a Chloe, since I don't have the hero Soy. This technique is to reduce the evasion of the boss more frequently, so that these damage dealer heroes here can hit the boss. On the number 2 spot, we have here Dakyao. So Dakyao decreases the defense of the enemy by 25%. And this is an AoE attack. And we have here also the passive skill, in which it grants crit hit rate level 5, in which it increases crit hit rate of Dakyao by 20%. And also it grants buff removal to the caster's basic attacks and critical hit. So both critical hit and basic attacks grants buff removal. So before the server resets, maybe I will get this Dakyao, but currently I don't have this hero because I prioritize Ace. And the number 1 spot, it will be Soy. So Soy reduces the evasion of the enemy by 50%. And also we have here on this active skill, it grants Veil to all allies for 10 seconds. And this Veil nullifies damage taken by 1 time. So for example, on this formation here, if ever I have the hero Soy, I will remove Chloe here. And this team will be a perfect team in my opinion. So guys, those are the top 7 buff heroes in 7kIdle Adventure. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on your notification bell icon. Until then, see you next time. Bye-bye.